I'd like to get a few words in, and lovely to see you all. Thank you very much. A Glastonburian of 16 years myself. I have had the pleasure to work with Michael Urbanissia and the small group of us that are helping this through. What is this we're helping with? We have issued a legal challenge for criminal fraud on each and every one MP. 657 of them. They were served on the 30th of September, their notice of crime. Then, from today until the last point is Monday, there will be a serving. First of all, of the Cabinet. The Cabinet are going to be served their warrant for arrest for criminal fraud. They then will be put under house arrest, like all of the MPs, and they will all be put under house arrest until all of these cases have been heard. That is, you can imagine, a few years. And so, what will happen, and what is happening today, and I can gloriously tell you this, that common law is now the law of the land. There is no other law. And our beautiful peacekeepers over there in the fancy dress, they are helping us because we have on highest authority that the highest authority in the police and the military are backing us to the hilt. Everybody can drop the pretense of this fraud that we've been under. I can also joyfully tell you, for the deaths and the injury that have been caused through this fake nonsense, they are being charged on treason and on genocide. Every single one of them. Yeah. These charges are absolutely bulletproof. We have had the highest judges and legal people in the land who may not be common law, but they have actually admitted that we know more about common law than they do. They have said to us that our deposition has not one full stop and one comma out of place. And that is something. This is not some, little local thing that's been thrown about. No, this is the real thing, folks, and you can celebrate from this moment onwards because you are free, you have always been free, and you will never be anything but free. I was moved this morning to write a little bit on the, on creating. Sorry, I've got some paper here that I've got it on, but let's have a look. Let's get the right bit of paper out so I can read it, because I actually haven't remembered it. This is for all of us. I call it a simple oath to self. When I place my faith and trust in criminals, I get royally shafted. When I hand over my authority and power of attorney to thieves, they rob me for the very life that I have. When I cower in the corner of my soul, covering myself in the cloak of fear, I become as diminished as can be, with my soul screaming for me to rise and cast off these transparent, illusory garments. I therefore stand in the full stature and totality of my total being, my sovereign self, and declare to the world my power, glory, and the innate loving being that I am. This is my true self, my sovereign being. All travesties of the world crack asunder under the weight of truth, peace, justice, and humanity. Today I declare, as we all declare, this to be my sovereign right and being in the freedom endowed to all humanity as birthright. We cannot rejoice, and I do thank all the Peace Force who are looking after us and helping us and guarding us from those that will break the law, the common law. And I really thank everybody for being here, doing their thing, standing strong and high. You are sovereign. We all are sovereign. So bless you, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. We are now going into a land that is a little unknown. But the point is that we have the very things that you want to set up here. We are totally behind that, and we all are, and we will do it together, as it has always been done for 2,300 years, except for the last 1,000 years where we've had this tyranny. So please be joyful and know that it ends here, today, now, this moment. The website that's handling all the information, you'll find everything, up-to-date information all the time, is thefreedomcycle.com. Very easy. Everything's there. Everything from the beginning of this nonsense is there, but especially now, the whole case and what's happening and what's unfolding. It's a joy to behold when you see the truth in front of you and you know it empowers you. Now, I will say one last thing, and that is never ever drop the cloak that is around you. And that cloak is fearlessness. The only reason that we've got here today with this and done this is because we are utterly fearless. And so are you all. Do not land in that ghastly place of fear. It doesn't warrant us as sovereign beings. No. Well done. Well done, everyone.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. And if
I forgot to tell you one thing. When we did all our freedom of information to the government, to every single department, we asked them, can you please show us evidence that this virus exists? And the second thing we asked for was, can you show us there is evidence of COVID-19? Every single department of government has given us back that freedom of information. And do you know what it says? We hold no evidence of either of those two. What does that mean? It's fake. They have no evidence by their own hand and by their own signature. You don't need anything more than that, but we have tons of more than that. We have the whistleblowers from the very inside of their cabal who have decided to be truthful. You can't believe how historic this is going to be. And I tell you one thing, with every single barrister, top barrister in this country, have been crawling over to put their name to our case. Woo! That is how big it is. So, there you are.
God of the mountain, are you listening? Mighty God, the towers there, show us the